بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين. أيها الإخوة والأخوات، هذه الحلقة رقم 5. It's session number 5 or episode number 5 of the English course for the students of economics and administration departments at the College of Administration or College of Business, Imam University. Today we'll continue our discussion of the different forms of the verb be. I think last time we looked at the use or how to use the verb be with singular nouns and plural nouns. We looked at its use in questions, short questions, yes, no questions, and WH questions. And today we'll continue doing the same thing, but we'll discuss the verb be with different forms. So we'll go to the first slide. So it's lesson 5. Well, this is, again, we said verb be. Just to start, we know, of course, that adjectives can be used with verb be. What is an adjective first? It's a word that describes a noun or pronoun. It's a word that describes a noun or pronoun. And adjectives often follow a form of be. They follow the form of be: am, is, or are. And of course, that depends on the subject. Adjectives describe or give information about a noun or pronoun that comes at the beginning of a sentence. Examples. Right, so this is basically the form. So we have the subject in green color, and then the verb be in blue, and then we get the adjective. Okay, and here we're talking about the use of the, of course, the verb be with adjectives. Okay. Now, what is this? That is an apple. Okay, it's an apple, and it is red. It is red. It is an apple. Okay. So the first form is that we have the noun. We can have a noun in any basic sentence in English. We have a noun plus a verb be, and then the adjective. Let's look at some examples. First example: a ball is round. A ball is round. Balls are round. Notice that the adjective ball which is in green here, comes first. This is the subject. And then the verb be is, and then the adjective in red color. So a ball is round. Balls are round. And then Aisha is intelligent. Aisha is intelligent. Aisha and Ali are intelligent. Apples are good for you. Apples are good for you. Now, the question is, why do we use is here and are here and is here, are here and are here? Well, if we look at the subject, we notice that in the first sentence that it is singular. So we have to have a verb be in singular form. Okay? And here, the subject balls, that's plural. So the verb be also has to be plural. So balls are round. Aisha, that's singular, a name of a person, is intelligent. Aisha and Ali That's plural because we have Aisha and Ali, two persons, are intelligent. So, and apples are good for you. Apples, more than one. If we only have one, we would say an apple is good for you. This apple, anything like that, is good for you. So this is the first the first form of examples. Nouns, verb be, and adjective. We can also have pronoun and a verb be and an adjective. I am hungry. She is young. He is old. It is small. You are smart. That's for singular. For one person. For two or more, you are smart. We are fast. They are slow. So all of these in green are pronouns. Okay? And these words here are the verb be, and they are in blue color. Am, is, are, and of course all of these. And the red color words are the adjectives. The adjectives. Hungry, young, old, small, smart, fast, and slow. Okay. Remember, in English, the adjective, the form of the adjective does not change with the change of the subject. Here, this is singular. A ball is round. This sentence, balls are round. Now, the adjective here and in this sentence doesn't change. So we do not change the form of the adjective because of the change of the subject. The number stays, the adjective form stays the same, regardless of whether we have a singular subject or plural. Okay? All right, so the noun or pronoun that comes at the beginning of a sentence is called subject. These words in green color are called subjects. They are subjects. All right, now we'll do some practice, because as I told you earlier, we have to practice what we learn. And without practice, what we learn basically becomes useless. We forget. So we have to practice what we learn. So let's start with first exercise. And it says, find the adjective in the first sentence. Then complete the second sentence with be plus an adjective that has the opposite meaning. Use the adjectives in the list. Use each adjective only once. All right. So what we are going to do is to find the adjectives, يعني نبحث عن الصفات أو الصفات in the first sentence في الجملة الأولى. Then complete the second sentence with be plus an adjective. Then بعد كده نكمل الجملة الثانية ب the form of be، شكل البي، وصفة لها عكس أو معنى معاكس للجملة الأولى. So we complete the second sentence with be plus an adjective that has the opposite meaning. Use the adjectives in the list. You will have a list, and this is the list. Use each adjective only once. استخدم كل صفة مرة واحدة فقط. All right. I'll read the adjectives and you repeat after me, please. Repeat means أعد أو كرر. So I say them, you say them after me. The first one. Beautiful. Beautiful. Clean. Clean. Easy. Easy. Expensive. Expensive. Fast. Fast. Happy. Happy. Noisy. Noisy. Old. Old. Poor. Poor. Short. Short. Tall. Tall. Okay, we'll start with the first one. The first sentence, I'm not sad. I'm not sad. And the opposite, of course, we need an opposite adjective in this box here that we can use in the second sentence. If you are not sad, then of course you are happy. All right? So that's the opposite of sad. And the sentence becomes, I'm happy. I'm happy. Sentence number 2. Mr. Thomas isn't rich. He, well, rich. Rich means غني. So he isn't rich. If he isn't rich, then that means he's poor. He's poor. My hair isn't long. It's short. My clothes aren't dirty. They're clean. Now let's do the fifth one. Flowers aren't ugly. They're beautiful. Number 6. Cars aren't cheap. Cars aren't cheap. They're expensive. Airplanes aren't slow. And if they're not slow, then what? They're fast. You're right. And now we continue this exercise in this slide here. And we have the same words in the same box. And this is number 8. Grammar isn't difficult. Grammar isn't difficult. It's easy. Easy is the opposite of difficult. My sister isn't short. My sister isn't short. She's tall. She's tall. My grandparents aren't young. My grandparents aren't young. They're old. They're old. The classroom isn't quiet. The classroom isn't quiet. So, and the opposite of quiet is of course noisy. Therefore the sentence becomes, it's noisy. The sentence, it's noisy, is the opposite of the sentence, the classroom isn't quiet. Now, one thing I would like to mention here is that if you look at the verb be here, that's isn't, aren't, isn't. That's of course the what? These are the short forms, all right, of the verb be with the negative word not. Okay, we're putting them together. And in the previous slide as well, if we go back, look at that. I'm not, see? I'm not sad. Isn't, that means is not. My hair isn't, okay, isn't long. And then aren't dirty, right? Aren't ugly, aren't cheap. Aren't means are not. Okay. All right. Now we'll go to the next slide, exercise number 2. Write the sentences using is or are and an adjective from the list. Use each adjective only once. Here is another exercise. And in this box again, we have some words, and I will say them, you repeat after me. I will say them, you repeat after me. يعني أنا راح أقولها وأنت إيش تعيد معي. All right. The first adjective here, cold. Cold. This one is dangerous. Dangerous. Dry. Dry. Flat. Funny. Hot. Important. Large or big. Large. Big. Round. Round. Small. Little. Sour. Sour. Square. Sweet. Sweet. Wet. Wet. All right, we'll start. Number one, fire. You know what fire is? Fire, is it hot or is it cold? Of course, it's hot. So this is the adjective here that we select. We select this because fire is always hot. Okay? Fire is hot. And notice the verb be that agrees with the form of the subject. The subject is singular, so we say fire is hot. Number two, ice and snow. Ice and snow, what? Are they hot or cold? Well, of course, cold. So ice and snow are cold. A box is square. A box is square. Balls and oranges are round. Sugar is sweet. An elephant is big. Of course, if you look at the adjectives here, the only adjective that we can use with sentence number 6 is the adjective big, the word big. And if you look at this word here, that is elephant. An elephant is big. But a mouse, well, what's the opposite of big? Is small. But a mouse is small. Number 7, a rainforest is wet, but a desert is dry. A desert is dry. It's very important that we do this exercise together, okay? It's also very important that you do the exercises that I will give you later on. But let's continue this exercise. And again, this is the second part of the exercise. Number 8, a joke is funny. Good health, okay, is important. Good health is important. Guns aren't safe. Guns aren't safe. They are dangerous. They are dangerous. A coin is small, round, and flat. And the last sentence here is a lemon is what? Sour. A lemon is sour. So these sentences, okay, start with subject followed by a verb be and then the adjective. This is the subject here. Good health. This word here starts with the adjective, by the way, good, and then the noun health. Of course, this is another way of using the adjective because in English, right, the adjective normally precedes nouns. It modifies nouns. But if we have a sentence in the form of verb be, the adjective comes right after the verb be. So good health is important. Good health together is the subject. Health is the noun. Good is the adjective. So good gives information, all right, about health here. It modifies the noun health, and it serves as the subject of the sentence. It is important. Good health is important. Then that is singular. This is singular. This sentence, number 10, is plural, because you have guns. Guns aren't safe. They are dangerous. They are dangerous. Here, in this sentence, we're using, in the first sentence here, we have a noun, and in this sentence, we have a pronoun. The verb be here, and the verb be here. It is negative in this sentence, and it is, of course, a positive sentence here. They are dangerous. And then number 11 here, a coin is small, round, and flat. If you use more than one adjective, you can separate them by the use of commas. This is a comma, okay? This is a comma, all right? And then we use the word and before the last adjective that we have. And the last sentence, a lemon is sour. A lemon is sour. Okay? That is the end of this exercise, and with it we come to the end of this session. So let's just get back a little bit to review the beginning of this exercise. Again here, these are all adjectives, okay? And if you notice, we have singular noun here also, just like what we have discussed in the previous lesson, the previous slide. Ice and snow, that's plural. A box is singular. Balls and oranges, plural. Sugar is singular. An elephant is singular. A rainforest is also singular. And you can see, of course, the agreement right here. It's very important that the subject, right, agrees with the verb, or that the verb agrees with the subject that precedes. But anyway, that we have to have an agreement. The subject, if it is singular, of course, if the subject is singular, then the verb also has to be singular. Okay, all right. So again, just before I finish, look at the slide again. We have, okay, this form and this form. Noun, be adjective, pronoun, be adjective. Okay, the adjective comes after the verb be. And its form, the verb be, the form of the verb be changes with, of course, the number of the subject and the kind of subject that we have. Singular or plural. Okay? And with this, we come to the end of this session number 5. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.